Got something not legal in California. All right, I have my new JK 105 CCX 9mm suppressor, never fired. Still got the factory petroleum jelly in it. Gonna go ahead and fire a couple of rounds. No head hearing protection, just to get it out of the way. Let's go ahead and get that dot up a little higher. There we go. All right, first shots. JK Armament CCX 9mm. All right. First rounds ever. Oh, that's not bad. That was not bad. The ringing of the target is much louder than what you're hearing from behind. Well, that is not bad at all right now. That is doable out here. Okay, we're gonna go with some 124 grain Blazer brass. Got 5 rounds, 124 grain. It's tight. Still haven't done anything to the JK 105. Zero hearing protection. Much better. Nice. This is just fired off into the distance. Not bad. I'll go turn that green light on the far plate. 124 grain Blazer. All right, since it's a 1/2 x 28, it's going to fit on most popular 9mm. I got the Canik TP9 Elite Subcompact. Got 3 rounds. This is just regular 115 grain. Nothing fancy. No 147. All right. Just want to see how this one works. That seems a little louder on this one. Okay, failure to function. All right, it's not liking it out of the Canik. Okay, I might have to try something a little different. We'll go 124 grain later on. All right, back with the Canik TP9 Elite Subcompact 124 grain Blazer. All right, let's see what happens with this one. All right, not fully extracted. All right, not fully extracted. Oh, I had high hopes for this. Strip it out. All right, it's seated. All right, just get rid of that one. I had high hopes for this Canik. Might have to try some 147 grain. It's not quite liking this one. All right, day 2. JK Armament 105 CCX 9mm. This is on my Canik Mete SFT 9mm with a Vortex Defender CCW. All right, this is my daily carry gun. I want to see how it works on here. We have some Blazer 124 grain, same as yesterday. We didn't have very good luck with the other Canik. So let's see what we can do here. Success. It's going to work. All right, second volley, 50 yards. Still have not done anything to the suppressor. Haven't repacked it or anything. Still no hearing protection. Ears aren't ringing. It's nothing more than like clapping your hands. Pretty happy with it so far. Another reason I bought this can is for the fact that, yes, you can use it for the 9mm, up to 38 special, and I think even 357 Magnum on extended barrels, 16 inches or longer. But what I did was I purchased the 22 caliber end cap. So now you have a 22 suppressor. So you get 2 in 1. Let's check it out. All right, what I got here is my trusty Glock 44 with the JK 105 with the 22 caliber cap. Just extended. This is full baffles. Now I'm going to show you the results. I fired a few before this. I have some 40 grain Aguila and then some 40 grain Federal standard velocity, and I have 3 rounds of the Aguila subsonic, 3 rounds of Federal standard velocity. I'll show you the results I got with this ammo so far on this particular firearm. It's an unzeroed red dot. Nope, failure to extract and eject. Round 2 out of 3. Now it's pretty quiet. It just doesn't cycle with subsonic ammo, this brand. All right, this is a Federal. No difference in the sound except that it cycles. All right, so we're back to the Canik TP9. We're having some issues cycling, not fully extracting and ejecting the round. So I'm going to go with my Silencer Co. 46M hybrid with a 124 just for a test comparison. So we'll see what happens with this, just in the event that maybe it's the combination of a new barrel. It's a Canik factory barrel, but we'll see what happens with this setup. Maybe it's just the ammunition when it's in conjunction with the silencer. Nope. Very interesting. Maybe we might have to take a few baffles off on that and maybe see if that has any effect on it. All right, the next firearm I'm going to test out with the JK is my homemade build. I have a Tapco Glock 43 threaded barrel with the burnt bronze upper. Unknown manufacturer. I got this at a gun show from one of my suppliers. And then I'm using my Glock 48 lower for right now until I can find me a Glock 43X or 43 lower. But standard 124. All right, feeds well. Let's go ahead and do a couple shots. I got 5 rounds. Still, nothing done to the suppressor. In a gunfight, would this blow your ears out? Definitely not. Not out here in the open. Once again, still happy with the results that I'm getting so far. And this build seems to work pretty good. All right, back again with the Glock 43X build. We got 5 rounds, just a couple of baffles of petroleum jelly. Ugh, yeah, jerked that one. We all can't be winners. Still, once again, pleasant to shoot. Yeah, like I said, I like it. Alright, so the wind's picking up a little bit. I've been firing the JK pretty much throughout the day, testing it out on 22s, 9 mils pistol, 22 rifle, 22 handgun. I'm not too happy with the results for the 22. I do have some CCI that I want to try, but the Aguila and just standard velocity still had a pretty good snap to it. I mean, it's nothing that's, you know, gonna hurt your ears, but it just sounded louder than, you know, 9 mil, maybe because of the velocity. I did do some maintenance on it. I did clean it, and I did, well, clean it, you know, just wipe it down, and then I did put some more Vaseline or petroleum jelly, and I came up with a little way that's going to be a little bit easier. Instead of using your fingers and swabbing it on, just get some of this stuff right here. All right, we're going to try this out, just Lip Care Total Moisturizer. You just squeeze it around the baffles. You don't have to use your finger, so it keeps it a little bit cleaner. And you can keep this in your pocket a little bit easier than you could, you know, a jug of, or a tub of Vaseline. All right, so let's go ahead and check it out after it's been replenished. Got 10 rounds, 124 grain blazer. That's what I've been using lately. All right. Smoky. Does blaze a little smoke. Still hearing safe, in my opinion. I don't know what the decibel reading would be, but it does not cause you to flinch or, you know, just have that ringing in your ears. Now, if you excuse me, somebody answer that phone. All right, volley number 2, 10 more rounds. So that'll be a total of 20 rounds through this with fresh Vaseline. We'll see if we could see any difference in the sound as it degrades the Vaseline. Not really much of a difference. All right, let's check out the inside of the can. Okay, so after 20 rounds, this is burned off. Yeah, it's totally gone. I guess the indicator is when the white smoke dissipates and doesn't come out anymore. It means it's dried out. I had put a pretty good ring around here. Here's your, you know, the tuner ring right here. There's the inside chamber. That's completely dry. Really nowhere to, you know, squirt it in there, just around the baffle rim. And then just like this, much easier than using your finger. Maybe I need to get high heat chapstick. Does that come with that? Is that a thing? And then you will just, the thing that concerns me is if you're carrying this concealed in your pants throughout the day and the heat starts building up, is it gonna drip or is it gonna seep through? I don't know. I haven't really carried it with me, but just the fact that that it might, you know, seep through and start staining your clothes. And just give it a good little wipe here with the rag. These are just cotton Fruit of the Loom shirts. These are prior to the quality of them going down, so they're thick. But this is it's just a little handy trick. I'm going to buy me a whole bunch of these when I see them at the dollar store. Just keep those with me. Let's go ahead and load up just a couple of rounds and go ahead and fire that. Okay, so I'm back at the house. Spent a few days out here testing the JK Armament CCX, the 105, and I have to say I'm pretty impressed with it. I've heard a couple of reviews saying that, you know, it was pretty loud. Loud compared to what? I don't know. I'm just going by what they said. As far as size comparison, this is my EDC pocket knife. All right, that's what that looks like. And here's a Glock 19 mag. All right, so similar in length. All right, in girth. Now, I need to find something that I can carry it in. This is just a little too long. Something I could put on a plate carrier, but the Velcro just doesn't catch it right. So we'll figure that out. Once again, I got the 9mm cap that comes with it, and I got the 22 caliber cap, which works great. And depends on what you use. If I can get it to cycle the subcal or the subsonic rounds, that'd be good. But we'll have to test it with a couple of different brands. Once again, the lip care total moisturizing. This is what I was using, you know, to squirt in the baffles. Overall, I'm very impressed with it. It took me about 28 days or so, less than a month to get it from the time that I, well, actually to include the pre-order, because I had to order it once it came in, file the forms, and do all the paperwork, and did it over the phone, basically, when I called in to see if they had one available. But about a month, give or take, for purchase to approval, and that was pretty quick, you know, depending on the old days. My last one, the Silencer Co., was 18 days, so that's the record to break. The Uzi, I did a Form 1, and wow, that was 3 days, and that was the second submission. I had made an error on the paperwork when I used the online service by Silencer Shop. I put down the manufacturer as the manufacturer of the receiver, not the manufacturer of the actual firearm, which was Vector Arms. So, but once I resubmitted it, came back within 3 days. Submitted it back on the 9th, came back on the 12th. So, really stoked about that. Getting back to the suppressor, this is great. This is excellent to have as far as something you can use indoors, outdoors. You're not going to, you know, be blazing rounds on it all day long, but I probably ran it, you know, through more than what I was going to, you know, shoot, you know, on an average engagement or an incident. But I had repacked this one with the moisturizer, and it's turned out pretty good. Overall, this is a good purchase for whatever you could find it for. I think I paid out the door with the tax stamp about $600, give or take. I think it was $620, you know, with taxes. Now that they're implementing these new taxes here in Colorado, you know, it's adding a little bit more to the cost. But I was able to get in before the raising, so they didn't charge me the additional 6.5, which I thank them for that. They're at Dragonmans. Overall, I give this a thumbs up. Still working with it to see what it's capable of. And if you have an opportunity to buy one, I would get it. I still want to figure out, you know, why it won't fire with all the baffles on the Canic. I removed 2 baffles and it fired, and I removed 1 and it still fired. Anything less than that, yeah, it starts becoming a little unbearable. That's when you could really tell that sting in your ears. 1 is great. 2 I can get away with for the length, but I'm going to stick with 1 if I ever do use it on the Canic. All right, well, thanks for watching my videos. It's hastily put together over the course of a couple days, just filming. I am using point of view, using Ray-Ban Meta glasses for all my filming. So that's why it's vertical. But all right, thanks for watching, and go out and get you one.